goal today?
I never reach my walking goal on these days.
I did.
My walking goal is over 20,000 steps a day.
Show off. There's like a dreary, sleepy, hollow feel to the entire East Coast. It's really strange to me.
On a dreary day like this, yes.
It's like
that guy didn't stop.
you never know when the headless horseman is
I was
gonna
like, oh shit. I know.
come out of the woods and lop your head off.
Look, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to get a crowbar.
All right, what do you think? How you feeling?
I'm very excited. It's kind of crazy to believe that tomorrow we come back out here and we're gonna be racing, but I'm just excited to see what it's like to race with so many people.
Yeah, there's like 50 people signed up for this race, right?
This will be my first 20K outside of California. I've never traveled for a 20K before.
Yeah, there's gonna be like 50 people tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy. About like 10 to 15 people in the men's race, and then maybe 15 to 20 in the women's.
Isn't there more in the men's? I don't remember.
I don't
The
know.
men's had a bigger list.
I don't know, but
Let's have a big list.
we'll find out tomorrow.
Sure.
We'll find out. Selena copied my wardrobe today. A few weeks ago, Selena and I flew to Philadelphia for the Racewalk Pan American Cup Trials. This is usually the first opportunity of the year to qualify for a USA team. Flying out of this race was such a trippy feeling. I hadn't been on a plane in almost 2 years, and yet it's hard to explain that while I'm sitting on the plane, it feels like the time away had never really happened. Let me begin by saying that training for this race was discouraging. My mind was clouded in doubt for like 3 weeks leading up to this trip. There was doubt in my training and in my potential. You see, I've discovered that there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. And as an athlete, I know so many people support me and my journey, but this has been without a doubt the loneliest year of my entire athletic career. Training through a pandemic while trying to keep my eyes on the Olympics has presented many challenges, none of which I'm brave enough to use as an excuse, but everything you confront can teach you a lesson with the proper perspective. When you're training alone, you're left to your own thoughts. This is why I believe that having people to walk with is so important, especially when God created you for community. You don't have to walk down paths alone, at least not for as long as a lot of the race walkers in the US have had to this past year. And really, I think that that's what this race came down to, is a reminder of that you're really not alone. And the funny part is that when the gun went off, all of that really went away, and I was really left laughing to myself at how much fun I was having just being able to say that I had people to compete against. And there's satisfaction in there's satisfaction in winning. There's no doubt about that. It is a very beautiful feeling to be able to say that you either crossed the line in a personal record or that you won the entire race. But I think that this race taught me that there's a different kind of joy that you can feel when you perform to the best of your abilities. My spirit seemed to develop in this thought as the race went on. Lap after lap, I'm thinking to myself about how much better I'm feeling than what I was actually expecting. Now, of course, my entire identity had probably been constructed upon a past few amount of failures. And it's so funny how our spirit can shift when we see the slightest bit of success, and then we can regain the hope and say, man, I don't really know why I was so worried all that time. And I think that the lesson here is that exercising your faith in both your victories and your failures is just as important, because ultimately there is no failure without the perspective of a victory, and there is no victory without the perspective of a failure. They don't exist without each other. And so really what it comes down to is that neither one do exist. You exist, and you are trying your best, and all these things come down to how you see them. Your failure could be someone else's victory, and honestly, what you considered a victory today could be someone else's failure. Maintaining a spirit of gratefulness is just so important in times like these, especially when we have not that much to hold on to as athletes. In a season where races are disappearing like crazy because of COVID, and training is dramatically changing from week to week because our own spirits are having a hard enough time by ourselves in our own training atmosphere, leads to the question of what do I do to protect myself? And I think that the answer is show love to yourself and show patience to yourself. Respect your process and understand that no one else is going through your journey the way that you are. And as a result, you have to be gentle with your feelings, with your thoughts, and with your training, and even with your physical body as you're going through your training. When you have that kind of faith, where you begin to see that everything doesn't necessarily have to go perfect for you to have a perfect day, that's when I think that we can really flex our gratefulness as much as we really can. And when we're able to connect with that, we're able to truly see all the love that is in front of us and all the opportunities that God provides us with on a daily basis. You're still in good health. You are still able to travel to this race. You're still able to line up, and you are able to cross the finish line. It doesn't really matter what the time is. It matters more what the time means to you. So no, I didn't really win the race. I got third. And no, we're not going to the Pan American Cup. But there's still a lot to be thankful for. And I'm just really glad that I got to see all my friends again. And I'm really glad that I got to compete against people. And I'm really glad and grateful that I got to put a bib on my jersey again. And I'm actually even grateful that other people had such good races. There were so many PRs. A handful of people qualified for the Olympic trials for the very first time. By no means would I consider this to be a bad race. I would consider it to be just the beginning of something beautiful. And I think that with the right perspective, we will see that our seasons are really just beginning. And just because Olympic trials might be the last race of the season coming up, it doesn't mean that something beautiful can't happen. I pray that we keep our hearts open and our perspective widened so that we can be available to whatever may come and to whatever blessings might appear in front of us, because you never know what's right around the corner. Tell me when.
Go.
Tell me when, baby.
Go. It's ready.
We're going? We live?
It's going.
All right, guys.
And I'm stepping in the...
Yeah, we're in Philadelphia, and it's cold as fuck. and we just got done with the races. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to find whatever photos people might have taken, give them photo credit, and then put their photos in here and see if I can do a little bit of a photo story. But the race was awesome. We started off very big pack, maybe like about 5 or 6 dudes, and we all started taking off in around like 425s. But then the second kick was like a 415, and that kind of made a lot of people drop. So it was a ton of fun, but I'm like freezing right now. I can't stop shaking, and we got to fly home in a bit. But Selena had a great race. We both came out here with the priorities to like just compete and stuff more than like time and pacing and stuff, and it ended up being very good. So and to our left we have Amberly.
I wanted to congratulate her. Congratulations.
How'd you feel? Oh,
You're cold.
Cold, yeah.
How'd you feel?
Alright guys, well, that's about the end of the video. We headed right to the airport after the race, and we traveled home all day. We didn't get home till like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and put together a little time lapse for you guys to see what that was like. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the new style of the video. I tried putting some clips together so that I could talk about my thoughts over the clips. So it's new. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. Maybe I'll do more videos like this in the future. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. As usual, this is Ewok. Thank you for watching the video, and thank you for listening to me talk. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, God bless, and go love yourself.